Hey Crave families, it's Kevin Nunnery. I'm here with another series preview. Our final series of 2021 will be on December 5th and 12th. We will be off the final 2 Sundays of the year before returning January 2nd. The series is entitled Misfit Toys, which comes from the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer special, where there's an island of misfit toys. In the movie, all of the defective toys who were unwanted or unloved reside together on this island, hoping that one day they might be accepted and loved for who they are, goofs and all. I don't think it's much of a stretch to see that all of us at different times have felt like misfit toys, unwanted, unloved because of the myriad of things that we perceive to be wrong with us. And yet, Jesus knew every single flaw about us when he went to the cross and gave up his life that we might have eternal, abundant life in him. Our theme verse for the series comes from John 15:16, which says, "You didn't choose me, I chose you. I appointed you to go and produce lasting fruit so that the Father will give you whatever you ask for using my name." What an incredibly encouraging thought for all of us who have ever been the last pick or left completely unchosen. The God of the universe not only sees you, he chooses to be with you. And my hope is that this series will be an incredible gift this holiday season to teach maybe for the first time or to remind us again that God desires to be in a relationship with us. Now, week 1, we'll examine one of my all-time favorite Old Testament people, Mephibosheth. Quick, can you spell Mephibosheth out loud? Have you even heard of him? He's not someone who has the name recognition of an Abraham, a Moses, and Elijah, but his story is one that I think our students will resonate with. You can read about it in 2 Samuel chapter 9. There's brokenness, there's bitterness, and ultimately tremendous beauty. Mephibosheth was Jonathan's son, grandson to King Saul. And on the day that he lost both his father and grandfather, he became crippled in a life-altering accident. And he spends years hiding away from King David, believing that to meet him would result in his death. And eventually he is beckoned to the king's presence. He approaches timidly, expecting wrath, but is met with incredible grace. Mephibosheth's story is our story. We may think that God is going to come down on us with hellfire and brimstone, but he lovingly extends his grace and mercy. Just as David granted Mephibosheth a permanent place at his table, the King of Kings invites us to a place at his table. Some questions for you to engage with your student following this message. What does it feel like to be an outsider? What does it feel like to be wanted, sought after, desired? And how can we invite others into the grace of God like David invited Mephibosheth? Week 2, we'll shift to the New Testament where we're going to focus on the men that Jesus selected as his disciples. To be chosen as a disciple to a rabbi in the ancient Near East was a tremendous honor. It was reserved for the religious elite, yet the group that Jesus chooses is anything but that. They are a ragtag group from a variety of backgrounds with varying degrees of education, and several likely had great animosity towards each other simply based off of their associations. Once again, their story is our story. We're not worthy of Jesus choosing us. We're not good enough or smart enough or religious enough. He simply loves us and calls us to come to him. So coming out of this week, you might ask your student, why do you think Jesus chose the 12 men that he did? Why does Jesus choose people who aren't worthy? And when you think about Jesus choosing you, how does that make you feel? One programming note for December 12th. As it is our final gathering of the year, we will have our annual Christmas party following Crave from 6 to 8. We're going to provide free dinner, games, and a lot of fun. So we hope that your student will stick around with us that night. Misfit Toys is going to be a great final series of the year. The holidays are a great time to get reconnected, so we're looking forward to seeing our regulars and maybe reuniting with some old friends. Know that if your student misses a week, our podcast with the weekly message is posted within 48 hours, wherever podcasts can be found. We also have a brief recap video available on our YouTube by midweek. You can find those things via the information you see there on the screen. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is now on the screen. We love you. We love your student. Thank you so much for allowing us to partner with you in their discipleship journey. We're looking forward to our final series of 2021, Misfit Toys.